Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Ben here at thatcologneguy coming at you with another fragrance review. If you're following along on my channel, you'll know that I'm going through a sampler set of Amouage, and in this edition I'm checking out none other than Amouage Memoir Man. Oh yes, it's time. It's time to look at Memoir Man. And you can see here I have just a little tiny bit. And this is a 2010 release, and it's categorized as a leather woody fougere. And I always talk about how Amouages are original and unique and don't smell like anything else. And I will say that that does hold true, however, for this one. But I will say, for this particular fragrance, I get kind of a combination of many fragrances into one. And so I'm not suggesting that it smells like any one of these necessarily, but I'm saying that this one does make me think of 5 other fragrances, 4 of which came out before this one. And we'll talk about those in just a little detail here. The first one that comes to mind is Polo Double Black. With the mango and the nutmeg, kind of the fruitiness with the dark quality to it, lends itself well. I also thought of Double Black when I first smelled this by Polo. The second one is definitely Kenneth Coal Black, and I tell you what, if you're looking for kind of a green yet dark fragrance and you're on a very limited budget, Kenneth Coal Black actually is really good. That's a wonderful cheapie. So if you guys are looking for a really nice darker fragrance, very masculine, and you can't go anywhere near these $300 bottles, take a look at Kenneth Coal Black. You really can't go wrong. You can get that at TJ Maxx for like $25. That's not bad at all. Now, I will say, I'm not going to say it smells like it exactly, but I get a hint of Armani Code in this. I really do. When I first smelled this and wore it, after a while on my skin, it reminded me of Armani Code. I'm sure you guys are probably thinking of the 2000s, and so like pretty much everyone, I wore Armani Mania. I don't know if you remember that one, but that one was really good. It kind of flew under the radar. And then right after that was Armani Code, and Armani Code is just fantastic juice. Love it. And I only stopped wearing it just because I went through like 18 bottles of it or something. So I wore quite a bit of that between 2000 and 2009, and so I just moved on. But I get a hint of that in this, kind of the new shoe, new electronic smell. There's a hint of that in this. And then the other one is one I'm wearing now in the winter. I really like is Encre Noire, which means black ink in French. Encre Noire, and that one is, people say it's kind of a love or hate one. Well, if that's true, count me as an absolute love. I really like that one, and that's another one that you can get for super cheap. You can find it anywhere on discounters for $25, $35. That's really good for that juice. That's a great fragrance there, and I can kind of pick up a little bit of that fragrance. And then I also add Figment Man. I reviewed that one already by Amouage, and what I would say is if you find Figment Man way too earthy, it's kind of, that's the one that smells like wet soil. And so if you don't like Figment Man, but you're looking for an earthy fragrance by the Amouage house, then this is what you want to go with. I would use a combination of a green fragrance because of the lavender and mint, but then I would say clearly because of the tobacco and leather, this is a darker fragrance. And so the combination of the two would lend itself quite well to an earthy quality, but not too much. And if you're looking for basically earth, I would say get Figment Man. But this is kind of a toned down version of that one. And there you have it. As I said, so Polo Double Black, Kenneth Coal Black, Armani Code, Encre Noire, and Figment Man. Kind of a combination of all these 5. And because it came after 4 of them, only Figment Man was released after that. This one is a little bit different in the sense that the originality factor is a little bit lower than most Amouages. They really weren't stepping out and trying something completely out of the box, as it were. But that does not take away from the fact that it's just a really, really good scent. This one does not take any time to get used to, in my opinion. I really liked it right off the bat. I get 4 main notes out of this: leather, tobacco, definitely. Those are the 2 main players. And then I also get, I've asked you guys this before, I don't know if you say Gaiac wood or Guaiac wood, but there's clearly Gaiac wood. I'll just go with that one in this episode. There's clearly Gaiac wood in this one also that you can pick up easily. And then I would add 2 other ones that I was going to originally just stick with mint as my 4th one, but I'm going to throw in the vanilla too because, I don't want to use the word fresh, but this one is such an interesting play between a darker fragrance with tobacco and leather, but then it's light enough with the to some extent lavender, but I really don't pick up too much of that. I pick up more vanilla and mint, especially mostly mint. And so this is an office scent. And here's the deal. If you're looking for an Amouage that has, if you're the kind of person that's looking for excellent longevity, but you like projection to be within 1 arm distance from your body, then you would really like this one because the projection is not fantastic. The projection is within an arm's length, but probably 4 to 6, maybe 6 to 8 hours. But again, that can work to your advantage. But longevity is typical of Amouage, so it lasts a very long time, but it doesn't project too much at any given moment. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys have Burberry Touch, but Burberry Touch really does that for me, and that's one of my favorite things about Burberry Touch is that it lasts a long time, but it never really projects too much. It's a bit of a cheapie, but Chrome also does that too. Chrome by Azzaro. Chrome is another one that will you can pick it up if someone's pretty close to you, but it won't blast them out of the room. So you would like this for an office scent, and you would like this day or night. You know my thing on Amouages, and they can be worn pretty much any time. This is a no-brainer as far as when to wear it, why, with whom, doesn't matter. This thing is just fantastic as it is. It's going to be classified clearly as more of a winter and fall fragrance just because of the darker quality to it. The tobacco and leather. This is going to be winter or falls when I would imagine most people would wear this. And again, I go back and forth on whether or not I should even include the gender category in my episodes, but this is marketed towards men. Of course, it's called Memoir Man. The tobacco note and the leather note does lend itself quite well to a target audience of men. It's a masculine scent, but you know the deal. Anyone could really pull this off. That said, though, on the Lucky Scent continuum, I'm going to imagine that it's going to be closer on the masculine and not so much unisex or feminine. So there you have it. Age group, again, you know what I'll probably say if you've been watching my episodes. It's basically whoever can afford it, which is $300 a bottle for a 100 milliliter, 3.4 ounce. So, if you can find this at a discounted rate, I would say this is I would go $150 to $180. For this bottle. I really, really like Memoir Man because I've worn. I think part of the lackluster appeal for me a little bit is just from the fact that I've worn Armani Code for so many years, and then I went on to Encre Noire, and so I really like this fragrance, but I certainly wouldn't buy it at $300. I would buy it probably at half that, and. But as I said, if you have not worn the fragrances that I mentioned before, then this will be, or if you have and didn't care for them, if you thought Encre Noire was just a little bit too much that black ink, new shoe, new electronic smell, same way with Armani Code, then you would like this one because it's a little bit more middle of the road. Now, interesting to say about that is because it is a little bit more middle of the road, some of the niche folks are not going to like that because they prefer something that's a little bit more daring. I would not call this a daring scent. That doesn't take away from the fact that I like it. Okay? So there you have it. I am going to go, for those of you who know, on my channel I always rate out of 5 sprays, and this one is a rock solid 4. This is 4 out of 5 sprays for me on my rating, and I'm going to take one away because it holds its own. It's very, very, very good. Is it excellent? Is it highly original? And no, it's not. It is versatile, but and I can't say that it's worth the price point at this point. But I will say that again, if you could find it for a lot cheaper, then it certainly is. Holds its own, very good. But the slight lack of originality, the fact that it's not daring, really kind of makes it an interesting choice here, because you're thinking Amouage, you're going to look at myrrh and frankincense as a DNA, and then you're also going to spend a lot of money looking for something really, really daring, and you're just not going to get that. So the question becomes, do you really want to spend a lot more money just to smell good, but maybe something that you could smell similar to for a lot less? So I have to say again, if you're on a really, really tight budget, take a look at Kenneth Cole Black, because for $25-30 at TGA Maxx, you can get it. And is it exactly the same? No. Is it quite similar? Similar enough that for basically a tenth, a little bit more, better than that, better than a tenth of the price, you can have the same amount of juice. So it's up to you. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 sprays, 1 on each wrist and 1 on each side of the neck, and I still have just a little tiny bit. 1, 2, bam, and bam. Okay, there you have it. 4 out of 5 sprays for Memoir Man by Amouage. It happened again. Since the last episode, I got more subscribers, and so I wanted to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I saw some comments too. I'll get to those in a little bit, but really appreciate it. For those of you who are just subscribing, you'll know that I'm really promoting the channel right now, because if I get up to 100 subscribers, I get my own URL, and it's something I'm looking forward to. Possibly a Christmas gift for me. Should we shoot for December of 2019 is our goal, to get to 100 subscribers for me, please. I would really appreciate it. So if you like this channel, subscribe. If you've got friends in the fragrance community, please send this along and suggest also my channel to them. Hopefully they'll subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, or turn on notifications, as they say. And as soon as I upload an episode, you will be notified. Okay, there you have it. I am looking for now 1 more of my sampler set left to review, and that is Journeyman. And then after that, I will be taking a look at the library collection. And as I've noted, I have juice in every single sample for that one, so I will be going down the row for the library collection very soon. 1 left on this sampler set, and then I'll move on to that one, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks so much for watching, and always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care. Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Ben here at That Cologne Guy, coming at you with another fragrance review. If you're following along my channel, then you'll know. If you're following along, if you know friends in the fragrance community, okay. 1, 2, 3.